everybody, I'm Arawinda Kirana for Prestige Indonesia. Hi, my name is Arawinda Kirana. I'm 19 years old. I am an actress, filmmaker, and activist / aspiring educator. Actually, I'm just a performer, so that can be both an actor, a filmmaker. I'm also a dancer and a musician, so I consider myself a performer. So Yuni is a film by Andini, and it's produced by this production house called 4 Colors Films. And I casted for that film when I was 17 years old. So that is about 2019, towards the end of 2019. And I was already with my management at the time, my film management, which is Kite Entertainment. I had just newly got into that management, and so I was exposed to a lot of opportunities, including that Yuni casting. So the director called me in and we did several screen tests, and then I got it right when I was 17, but we only started shooting after I turned 18, so that was January 2020. So Yuni is actually the title of the film and also the name of my character, so I'm playing the titular role. The whole premise of it is about living as a woman in Indonesia and the types of issues that we are facing, you know, and that includes child marriage, the internalized patriarchal system in this country, and then feminism, equality. There's also a little bit about the lack of well-spread education throughout this country, sex education as well, and just so many humanistic problems. So that's basically the core of what the story is. And Yuni is kind of the character that is very curious about everything that happens around her. So that is very different from the rest of her friends, because where they're at, the setting that they're at, which is a very rural traditional village, it's considered taboo to ask those big questions like, why does this happen? Why is this a social norm? Why do we have this mindset towards women? Blah, 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 blah. And it's considered taboo or offensive if you ask those questions, right? But Yuni doesn't really think that it's taboo, and she does ask these questions. She's curious, and she has a high level of intelligence, and she's basically the rebel. She's not really rebellious, but you know, she's the type of character who breaks all of those stereotypes. The thing about the Yuni film is that we use entirely this local language called Jawa Serang, which originates from Serang, Banten. And so we had to learn the language, and I think the key to mastering any language and sounding like a native speaker is through the accent, the dialect. We were having a little bit of trouble with that because Jawa Serang is one of the many Indonesian languages that are not exposed in the media enough, you know, so we couldn't really find any references or anything. And so the production house facilitated us with dialect coaches from Serang. They're local people from Serang. They were super amazing. They really helped us to understand the vocabulary, and we kind of created our own dictionaries based on the script. And then I also personally did a homestay. I talked with my director, Andini, and also the production house team that I think I needed to experience what it was like living as a local Serang girl, you know, my character. And so I asked if I could do a homestay, and they said yes, and we arranged it, and I went to an actual Serang village. It was around an hour away from the main city in Serang, and I went alone. So nobody accompanied me, I was alone, and I stayed there for about 5 days. I lived with a Serang family, and I learned so much from the women there, the men, the kids, and it was really fun. It's my first film, and the first thing I can think of is, wow, it's so weird, like imagining all of these people looking at my face on the big screen, especially over at, you know, Canada. And this film has traveled all over the world. It's in LA now, it's been in Rome, Busan, Tokyo, Melbourne, blah, 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 blah. So many people have come to watch and appreciate our movie, and I think that's so excellent because we have such an important message that we wanted to deliver. You know, messages about women and men, and their state of living and all of these systemic issues. And I hope that with more positive reviews and more people watching it, well, not only is it a very insightful and substantive and educative film, but it's super fun as well. It's kind of funny, so watch it. Well, as of right now, I am on the process of moving to America, either in New York or Los Angeles, to continue my film school. And from that, I expect and hope to work there. And my end goal is to be a film director, actually, not an actor. I really want to kind of actualize my visual and narrative visions into a form of a film. So that's one. And then after that, I'm hoping that I can be successful enough to garner enough money to make scholarship foundation. Because that's one of the things that I'm really struggling with right now is funding education, higher education, which is university. And especially in the country that I live in now, they don't really look at artistic achievements and they don't really bestow artistic scholarships. So I really want to make a scholarship foundation for art.